This video explains how multiple numbers can be placed on a pre-imposed sheet. In fact, to achieve this, we have included the very original Pixus Numbers application as a module within Pixus Imposed. To launch the Pixus Numbers module, switch to the Extras tab in the top right and then click the Numbers button as shown. And here you can enter the number per sheet, the number of numbers per sheet I should say. In this case we're going for 4, start number of 1 and a quantity of 1000. And we will enter NO dot and you can see the lowest and highest number in the preview shown. Then we choose a destination to save our file. A name is automatically created. Now we already have our 4 up A4 docket imported that requires 4 numbers. In this case the numbers will be stacked, so the next step is to import our numbers file as shown. And here you can see the numbers are in a single column, but if we choose the tab 2 option, they are divided into 4 individual columns. In fact, we also have a first column, column 1, which is a sequential number and is always generated. We will ignore it for this demo and we will use our 4 created stacked numbers. If we click the Place All Fields button underneath the color palette, all 4 fields will be placed. Note that we only need to format, position and style the first number manually on screen, and we can use the field control options then to automate placement of the rest in relation to that first field. So we will align the center in the field and switch to the field control tab, and here we will tick pretty much all of the checkboxes to the right of adjust. And in this case we will align the field to the left, so under field alignment options we will choose left here from these choices, and we will click the adjust button. We can fine-tune the baseline or the position between the fields really by entering values in the text baseline distance field, by simply entering values or using the arrow. And here if we check the bottom number, we'll see that it needs to be moved down a little further. Perhaps this is too far, so we'll move it back. And with this latest value, we now appear to have our field positions in the desired locations. We can then switch to the File menu and choose Merge Sample to see a preview of those 4 numbers on our PDF. And here you can see the placement of those 4 numbers in stacked order. Now you may want these numbers to run consecutively down the sheet, and we will show you that option in a moment. Note that you can save these settings for future use. Simply switch to Settings, Save Settings As, and it will automatically switch to the last used folder, which will be where you opened your number file from. So here we will go back and we will use similar settings to before, but we will change the numbers to unstacked. We will untick the stack checkbox. And now we will switch back again to the variable data option, and we will load this new number data file. And you can see it's the not stacked option here. Again, you can see the tab 2 is automatically selected from the last time. So in this case, rather than selecting and adding the 4 columns separately, we will go ahead and open our previously saved setting. Here we simply select the variable data file, and as you can see, the 4 fields have been automatically formatted and placed in the exact same positions they were when we saved that previous file. And here you can see the sample shows the 4 numbers in consecutive order. And if we merge the records, you will see that the complete file is now merged in consecutive order, with page 2 continuing from page 1 and so on and so forth. And for users who have RIPs that can merge free-form files with an original, this option is also available as shown. And if you would like to add a single outer number to the complete docket, this is also possible using the column 1 option as mentioned earlier. Here we can override the start number 1 and enter our own number, in this case 501, and click Process File, and you will now see that column 1 begins at 501. We will open our previously saved settings, and as before you will note The numbers will be positioned and styled exactly as they were before. In this instance, we will switch back to the data sort view and now add column 1. That's the number that begins at 501. Even though this was column 1, we added it as field 5, so this will be the bottom field. So we simply select this from the fields drop-down list and style and position it as appropriate. And we will now go ahead and merge this job to see that our numbers are in fact in sequence. And here you can see 501 is the top sheet, 502 second, so on and so forth. So in this short video I have demonstrated how the Pixus numbers module can be used within Pixus Imposed to create more complex numbering jobs. I should add that if a page contains multiple dockets and those dockets are not pre-imposed, then that can be achieved using far simpler methods. For more information, I invite you to check out a set of related videos on explorepixus.com. Thank you.